Okay, so yesterday we talked about exponential functions. Today we're going to write exponential functions from word problems. So your favorite things. I just wanted to give you a gift on a Tuesday. Okay, so in 2015, the population of a small town was 8,000. The population is increasing at a rate of 2.5% per year. Write an exponential growth function to find the monthly growth rate.
I would rather not.
You would rather not.
Yes, sir.
Not an option.
That is pretty
I mean, it is an option.
Okay, so we need to find a model that predicts the growth rate. And it said it goes at how much per year?
2.5%.
Okay, so we have an initial amount of what?
People.
Okay, so that's my starting, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to have to take 8,000.
Times 2.5 divided by 12.
Okay, but wait a second. Don't I have to count, like if I just multiply it by 2.5 or can't talk.
Point.
This point actually be 0.025, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So if I just take 8,000 and I multiply it by 0.025, I get 200. That doesn't tell me what the population is.
And then you add that to 800 or 8,000.
8,000. So we're going to be big people and we're going to do this. We're going to take 1 plus 0.025. Well, what's 1? What percentage is 1?
100.
100%. So if I distributed this, 8,000 times 1 would be 8,000. And 8,000 times 0.025 is what?
200.
So it'd be 8,000 plus 200 would be 8,200. Correct? Okay. But we don't know how many years, do we? Does it tell me how many years?
No.
No. Okay, so I'm just showing you, we haven't really written any equations, we're just doing some math, right? So let's see, we're going to have a y because we need an ending amount, don't we? Like an output? Yes? And we're going to start with 8,000. And we're going to take 100% plus my rate, right? 0.25. And then we're going to take it to the t, which is our x. But since we're talking about time, we're using what? T. Now, our equation then we could make it as 8,000 times 1.025, right? To the t. So that's our final equation. Some things you need to know is t is always in years. So if your t is 6 months, like your time is 6 months, what is your t?
6. 1/2.
1/2. Because 6 months is half of a year. If I want to know about 3 months, what is my t?
1/4.
1/4. Make sense? Oh, and since it does say what, right? This is yearly, this is what? So guess what we got to put right in front of that t? How many months are in a year?
12.
12.
So it's 12.
So since I put it like that, then I don't have to put it into years. Does that make sense? This t is always in years. But since I multiplied it by 12, then I put it into what? months. So this T is in years, but this T is in months. So could I give you any initial condition and any growth rate, and you could write this equation?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would just change things. So this number out here is always going to be your initial condition, correct? Where did the 1 come from?
100.
100%, my initial amount, right? Where did the 0.025 come from?
Increase rate. 2.5.
Okay, the rate of increase. And in the first one, T is in years. The second one it's in months. Okay, so here we go. When the interest is paid monthly or growth or anything like that, we usually talk about this formula in interest rates. And when you take personal finance, you'll use the formula immediate in personal finance this year.
You don't really even use it.
Oh, okay.
I
Go out of the book and then you don't
We
use
don't
it.
use this at all.
Okay. Well, anyway, we have a compound interest formula. That is what this formula is called right here. Is compound interest right here. Don't worry about all those words. There's a lot. P is the principal or the initial amount. Did we just do that with the population? Yes? Kyson, you have to know this equation. Okay. Where's the 1 come from? 100%. R stands for rate. Always written as a decimal. N is the number of compounding periods in 1 year. So if something compounds, it calculates the interest again. Does that make sense? So if it's quarterly, how many quarters are in a year? 4. So that N would be a what? 4. If it's bi-yearly, it'd be what? Bi 2. Bi-yearly, 2. Or semi-annually is still 2. Monthly, it would be what? 12, right? So if you notice the N here and the N here, they are going to be the same. And T, I don't have T on there. Well, it does right here. T is years. I don't know why it doesn't have his own thing. And a lot of times you'll see it as A of T, meaning amount after time equals, because it's a function. Okay, now this is a compound interest formula, and I don't know why we didn't. Well, the formula we were using before this, I'm going to write it in variables, was amount equals principal times 1 plus R to the T. What's different about this formula that I have here? There's no N. And that would be, this right here is when N is once. Well, what's R divided by 1? R. So the compound interest formula here is really the same as this, with N being what? 1. So I'm going to tell you, you have to know these formulas. So would it be better to know this one that has everything in it? Yes. So you need to know this formula right here. And you will never see me put A. That's how the book does it. I will always say A of T. And that just means amount after time. That's all it means. Make sense? So is it going to be too hard to fill these in?
What we're doing?
We're going to do it continuously in a minute, but pretty much. You're going to need a calculator. I don't think you're going to want to do these by hand. Can I go to the next slide?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tamara invests $5,000. It is an account that pays 4% annual interest. How much will be there in her account after 3 years if the interest is compounded annually, semi-annually, quarterly, and monthly? So it wants me to go 1, 2, 3, 4 different things, right? Okay, so my equation is P, gotta get my pen, P times 1 plus R to the, R over N, right? To the N, T, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so P is what?
5,000.
5,000. R is
0.04.
0.04. Time, T is 3. And then I'm going to change my N, right? Correct? Okay, so annually my N is what? 1. Semi-annually my N is 2. Semi-annually just means twice a year. Quarterly,
4.
4 quarters, right?
12.
And N is 12. So we're going to do the equation how many times? 4. So the first one, we're going to have A of T equals what?
5,000 parentheses 1 plus
Can I just put 1? Oh, never mind. 1 plus
0.04 over 1
to the,
to the 1t.
what's T?
T?
3.
3. So 1 times 3 is
3.
3. So my calculator on this one, I'm going to put 5,000. 1 plus, how about 1.04 to the third? Make sense? So amount after time is approximately what?
4,624.32.
I got 5,624.32. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's money, so we're to the nearest cent? Yes? Oh, and actually, that's not approximate, is it? Did I round it? Nope, so it's not approximate, it's equal. I have to put approximately when I round it.
That's all she makes in a year.
Well, no, this is investment. Yeah. In 1 year, how much did she make on interest?
5,600.
Nope.
624.
624. She invested 5,000. So she made 624.
That's not that good.
Actually, that's really good for right now.
What are you talking about?
Like, interest rates are horrible. Like, $600 in a year? Not amazing, but some savings accounts are like 1% right now.
Mine's less than 1%.
Yeah. Okay, so what's going to change?
The T, the N,
Okay, so it's going to be A of T, and it's actually, what is T? 3, right? So I could put A of 3 equals 5,000 times 1 plus 0.04 divided by 2 to the 6. I really squished that in, didn't I? Can I divide 0.04 by 2? Can I divide 0.04 by 2?
Yeah.
It gives me 0.02. So I have 5,000 times 1.02 to the what? 6. 2 times 3.
Why is it 200?
Because N,
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
that's okay. Now, you guys know, if you just hit second enter, you can arrow back and just change your numbers. You don't have to retype it in. That's up to you.
Wait, what did you type in?
Right here.
I got 5630.81.
So A of 3. And now we're going to have to approximate $5,630.81. Why did I make more money?
Because you had it twice.
Because I compounded twice. So I actually made money on my interest, didn't I? I didn't make a ton more, but did I make more?
Yeah.
650 more, right? 649. So I made some more money. Okay, so what should happen when I do it 4 times?
You get even more.
I should make more.
You make
Okay,
bulk buck.
so A of 3 is going to be 5,000. 1 plus 0.04 divided by 4 to the what?
3.
It's NT. N is 4 and T is
Well,
3, so 12. Okay, right here we have T is 3, correct? Yes? And N is what? 4, and it's to the NT power. So N times T, 4 times 3. It's 12. So I can still divide 0.04 by 4 and get 0.01. So 5,000, 1 plus 0.01, so 1.01 to the 12.
Approximately 5,634.13.
13 cents.
Yeah.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so made a little bit more money, right?
and
Almost $10 more than one time a year, right? Okay, so I want you to do 12 on your own. Good.
Carson, do 12.
Hasn't done any of them.
Get your calculator
No,
out.
because
Do
I've been
12.
watching and I get it.
Okay, get your calculator out.
I'll have a calculator. Don't roll your eyes at me.
Don't go in.
I'll show you how to do it.
Okay, you tell me how to do it, cousin.
A,
Wait, how do you get the number?
3 in
Why is it
parentheses
going evenly?
equals 500. 5,000, 5,000. Parentheses. 1 plus 0.04
All
Over.
That's why you just put
12.
it in this way.
And then 12 times 12 is,
Huh?
because it's an NT. Oh, 12 times 3.
Yeah, I was getting that. 12 times 3.
It's what?
Or 36.
Okay. Now, this does not reduce nicely, does it? So you can put it in your calculator exactly like this. Exactly like this in your calculator. So you put 5,000, parenthesis, 1 plus 0.04 divided by 12, caret 36.
5636.36.
Wait, do you have to do the second step? Show it will work.
Well, this one doesn't reduce evenly. Like I could reduce it to 0.01 over 3 if I wanted to, but it doesn't go in evenly.
why is the first one equal to, but the rest are opposite?
Because we didn't have to round the first one. It came out 32 cents.
Oh, okay.
And the rest of them we've had to round.
Okay.
And when we're dealing with money, unless it says otherwise, you round to the nearest cent.
What about for gas? They do like,
It rounds up to the next cent.
Well, just if it's you'll just have to read the directions.
okay.
Okay, so I made initially I made what, $12 more? $12.04 more? So the more time that compounds, don't write on my desk, Cole. The more times it compounds, the better, yes? Yes?
Cool.
And again, because I'm making interest on my interest, aren't I? So all you have to do is plug into here, don't you?
How do you answer?
What?
I'm starting on my calculator.
You not get it? I even get
You
it.
just type it 5,000, parenthesis,
5,000.
parenthesis,
Parentheses.
1 plus
1.
0.04 divided by 12, enter parenthesis, caret,
Triples.
36.
It's a boy.
I was kind of forgetting about that whole 36 thing.
You're struggling so much.
I was.
Now, did you get the right answer?
We got an error.
Oh.
Are we done?
Hey,
Because I get it.
you're doing more example.
I got one more equation.
didn't do my
Good.
homework.
I've got one more equation, and we got to get Jaden up to speed. Are you good? Okay. Do I need,
Yes.
I agree.
If I get it, we're good.
I want you guys to do this one all on your own, and then we'll go to the next one.
Okay.
I don't know how to do it.
Wait, what's annual interest?
Annual is 2. Compound is 12.
Wait, so I'm doing this twice?
Compound is 4.
No, you're doing it one time.
What's compound? 4?
Compounding what?
Monthly. 12. It's a yes or no answer. Say it.
You have 7 people to ask.
Savannah, what's compound?
What is it?
What's the equation?
It's your interest.
3?
Do you want to move that 3 to 0.03?
Mm-hmm. Always a decimal.
I understood the other part.
This is the same thing.
It's exactly the same thing with different numbers.
Nah, I just forgot this, man. Man, what fault? I showed you how I did it. I did it.
You still have to
Is
remember.
my in 10 years?
What is 10? You just said it. What variable is 10?
N.
N is 12, isn't it? It is compounding monthly.
Yes, n is 12. Go back to what you wrote down. Didn't you write down what the letters meant?
Yeah.
Okay, what does n say?
Compound periods per year.
Right, so number of times it compounds per year. So what does this problem say?
Monthly?
So what is n?
Monthly.
What is
The
n?
12.
Thank you.
So what's
And what's p?
3,000?
Push it.
What's r?
The 0.03
So what's t?
has to be 10.
T stands for what?
10. T10.
Years.
10 starts with a T.
Wait, I'm
T
not-
stands for time.
What is A?
Annual?
That's what we're solving.
Amount.
Okay.
It's amount over time.
After time.
So
Over
you're-
means divide. Amount
So I'm
after
finding
time.
A?
You just want.
Okay, is it
I think
like
so.
carrot 120? Okay.
Wait, where's that?
Wait, so where do we get the 1 in front of the plus or
The
decimal?
1 is the 1. Bladen, you got an answer?
I don't have a calculator.
You have your phone, don't you?
Can I do it on my phone?
No.
Can I be A to
You can download Desmos.
You can download Desmos.
is it
Oh, well, I don't have that.
Hmm.
like A10? Like we're doing like A.
Yes, we are doing A of 10. Where's your phone? Where's your calculator?
At my house. I know exactly where it's at.
Okay.
Don't worry. I wouldn't lose that. It's too expensive.
It's approximately
120.
4,048.
Yeah, you
Oh,
do just all the time.
4,000 what?
48.
Since the end was
0.06.
Let's make I'll forget this by tonight.
Yes, because I'm sure it's rounded.
Yes, it's rounded.
I got that too.
I got it.
Okay, so what formula do you need to remember? That. A of time is amount after time. What's P?
Initial price.
Okay, the initial amount or the principal. What is R?
Rate.
Rate. What is N?
How many times is compounded?
Number of times it's compounding in a year. What's T?
Time.
Time in what?
Year.
Years.
What? Year.
Time in years. Okay, so do you have to know this equation?
Yes.
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 Very much so.
Okay, now we need to know about continuously. And don't worry about all this to the side. Actually, never mind. Okay, if something is compounding continuously, it is, again, don't worry, it's continuously compounding. This is the name of the formula.
Is that the same?
Is
letters?
A equals, and again, A of T. There's only one difference. PE to the RT. Now, E is a number, guys. E is a number. It is approximately 2.71828182818281828. E is on your calculator. It is two different places. It is either second ln or second division. Do you see that?
Yeah.
If you hit the second ln, it will automatically go to the exponent. If you hit the second division, you have to use your caret. But we use the button E, just like we use the button I. Got it? Formulas, everything else is the same. P is principal, R is rate, and T is time in years.
E is
But E is E. Find E. Second division. You see it above division sign?
how do you like click on it?
Second.
It's like
And if you hit second division, it will put up an E there and just hit enter. And it gives you 2.718281828. Correct?
Yeah, why?
Because that's what E is. E is a number.
And we keep going forever like
Yes. It is like pi, but it repeats. Okay, so no, sit down. We got one example. Okay. I invest $12,600 at a rate of 3.2% annually for 12 years, and it is compounding continuously. So I use P of 12 equals A of 12 equals P. So P E to the RT. Some people say PERT. So 12,600 E to the 12 times. So 12 times 0.032. And you can put it in your calculator exactly like that. So 12,600 E caret to the 12 times 0.032. I don't know why you guys are getting up. You should stay and not be rude. Which is approximately $18,498.63.
Impressive. I didn't get that.
Okay, this is why I said you should wait. With your older calculators, you have to put a caret, and then you probably have to put a parenthesis around that. With the newer calculators, you put you up in an exponent. With the older calculators, you do not. Once you do that, does it work? So it should be 12,600 E caret parenthesis 12 times
Still didn't work.
0.032. 12,600
I got that.
E caret parenthesis 12 times 0.032. Should get that. Did you get it, Cadence? Okay.